The gentleman from Illinois.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I too want to send my happy birthday out to the Peace Corps, and certainly it's a great day to celebrate that birthday. Madam Speaker, what we are seeing at the United Nations this week is a brazen rejection of the basic principle of a negotiated peace. Tomorrow, Mahmoud Abbas will deliver a speech at the United Nations where he is expected to formally announce a resolution to unilaterally seek the declaration of a Palestinian state, while we are ultimately committed to a future where the two states, Israel and Palestine, are able to live side by side in long-term peace and security. While all of us in this chamber heard directly from Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu in May on his nation's commitment to a two-state solution, the question I have, and which I wish every nation in the world who will be voting on this issue should ask itself, is, are the Palestinians ready to make peace? This is the key question, and is what Prime Minister Netanyahu laid out in his remarks right here in this chamber. And I quote, "The conflict has never been about the establishment of a Palestinian state. It has always been about the existence of a Jewish state. And that is what this conflict is about." Madam Speaker, this unilateral declaration of independence is a direct challenge to the United States and the efforts and the dollars we have committed in recent years to promote a real, lasting peace. It is fundamental that peace cannot be imposed from the outside. It can only be made in Jerusalem, in Ramallah. There are too many difficult core issues which can only adequately be addressed through direct negotiations, which must be mutually accepted by governments on both sides, and most importantly, which must be ratified by the people who live there. Without these vital elements, you don't have peace. You don't even increase the chances for peace down the road. Rather, you undermine the prospects for achieving it in the future. This is the point of this unilateral declaration. Where is the commitment to peace on the Palestinian side? Palestinian officials have made it clear that this unilateral effort is another means of isolating Israel and escalating the conflict against her. Palestinian officials have made it clear that they seek to advance this bid so that they can attack Israel through the international legal system, including taking actions against Israel in the International Court of Justice. The tragic reality, Madam Speaker, is that Israel lives in a very dangerous region of the world, and the Israeli people absolutely have grave security concerns that should not simply be tossed aside by countries that are allies of the United States of America. The Israeli people are surrounded by hostile neighbors that want to drive Israel out of existence. We here in America must understand the reality on the ground and the threats Israel faces each and every day. Israel is a peace-seeking democracy, and the Israeli people simply want to live in peace and security. Iran has its proxies closing in, Hamas in Gaza. To the south, there's the Muslim Brotherhood, now gaining significant power in Egypt. Hezbollah is in the north, and in the northeast is Syria, led by Assad. The recent downgrade in relations by Turkey is very serious. The instability of the Sinai is of enormous concern. This is a dangerous neighborhood, and recent events are bringing into sharp view Israel's daily reality: increased isolation and living under siege. As we witnessed with the flotilla last year, with the storming of Israel's embassy in Cairo 2 weeks ago, or with Turkey's new aggressive bellicose rhetoric and actions. Turkey, who until very recently had enjoyed a successful diplomatic and economic partnership with the State of Israel. Events in the Middle East can easily spiral out of control and lead to outcomes that nobody desires. Fortunately, the members of this chamber have made it clear to the entire world that we will not sit idly by during the continued delegitimization of the State of Israel in the international community. I applaud the efforts of my colleagues in both parties who have continued to beat the drum and call this unilateral attempt exactly what it is: an effort to circumvent direct negotiations and undermine peace. I am pleased that the President is committed to vetoing this unilateral attempt in the Security Council if it does come to a vote. And I appreciate his administration's focus on this particular critical issue. We must continue in our efforts to urge the nations of the world to stand with the United States, support peace efforts in the Middle East, and oppose this resolution. Peace between Israel and her Palestinian neighbors cannot be achieved unless both sides sit and find common ground. And with that, Madam Speaker, I yield back. Thank you.